When I was a kid, I was listening to a lot of Zeppelin, Van Halen, which are two totally different guitar tones. I couldn't achieve either of those when I was a kid, so I kind of just had to bear through like the sound that I had until I started getting better equipment, you know. I liked a lot of Black Flag, like when I first heard like I got that tone down for like the Black Flag punk rock kind of stuff. But then my musical taste changed and I started getting more into metal. I got into like Metallica and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, and their guitar tones were really sharp and really distinct. Lots of that tight, galloping, palm muted stuff. And I was like, oh, I need to get a new amp. I need to get, what are they playing? Mesa Boogie, Marshall. I need to get a Marshall. Well, I couldn't afford a Marshall, so I got a PV. It was all about dialing in the PV where it was just starting to break up and then getting an overdrive pedal in front of it. But I found that when I started playing with other guitar players and I would listen to live mixes of our band, I had a giant stack and he had like a little crate combo 212. He always cut through so much better than me. And I was like, how come all I hear is you, even though we're both the same volume? And I realized it was about the mids. I was always scooping my mids out, and I definitely wanted to be heard. Like for instance, Colony of Birchmen, right? I want to be able to hear the and sometimes you couldn't hear the high strings because the low strings were overpowering them. And a lot of stuff I write, I'm holding like a lower register and using my pinky to accent stuff. And I want to hear those accents. And an example of that is Pushing the Tide. So it's a lot of fingering, a lot of notes, and a lot of, I want to be able to hear every single one of those with clarity when I'm playing it. For me, when I'm designing pickups and amps and guitars, I just feel extremely lucky because I get to pick the best parts of all the other things I've learned and used along the way. And this pickup is no exception. It's the greatest thing I've made so far. It's just very articulate and reacts very well, you know? Like I can hear all those notes, and that's what's very important to me. There's never any like doubt in my mind. I'm like, this pickup sounds great. I know when I go out there on stage, it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. I created it to do this, along with this guitar, so I feel extremely lucky.